This is the Engaged as Fuck podcast.
Our life is dope and we do dope shit.
Welcome to the show.
This is our podcast song.
The Engaged as Fuck podcast. Buckle up, buttercup.
Right, so love letters and vows. They could be pretty cheesy.
Oh my God, tell me about it. Cheesy AF.
They don't have to suck.
Right.
We are diving deep today into Engaged AF magazine.
Yes.
And we're going to figure out how to make your partner actually feel something
Yeah.
when you break out the pen and paper and write them something.
Not roll their eyes.
Not roll their eyes, exactly.
Right.
So first up, clichés. Engaged AF is calling them out. And thank God, because, you complete me.
Ugh. Like, seriously.
Just gag me.
Who says that anymore?
I can't.
It's so overused.
Yeah.
It's lost all meaning.
Yeah, you're like a whole person before you met your partner.
Think about it. You were a whole ass person before you met your partner.
Exactly.
Right.
You're not two halves coming together.
You are not two halves of a whole.
You're two wholes
You're two wholes coming together.
coming together.
Way hotter.
Way hotter.
So tell them why they make you happy. Get specific.
Yeah, instead of saying, you make me happy.
Like, get
Right.
real engaged.
Yeah.
AF had this example, and I loved it.
Okay.
Every morning when you make me coffee exactly the way I like it, even when you don't drink coffee yourself, I know how much you love me.
Okay, so that is kind of cute.
Right.
It is. It's those little things,
It's about the details.
little details.
Those everyday things that show you really get each other.
Yeah.
100%. It's so much more powerful than
Yeah.
just saying, you make me happy every day.
You make me happy every day. Okay, barf. So ditching the cliches, what about storytelling? Engaged AF talks about that a lot.
Yeah, and that's where the good stuff happens.
Okay.
Think of your vows or love letter like a mini love story.
So-
What's that one memory that perfectly sums up your relationship? Start there.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
For me, it would have to be that time we got caught in the rain
Oh, yeah.
and we ended up just dancing in the street totally soaked.
Love that.
Yeah.
So much more interesting.
Yeah.
I knew it was love at first sight.
Ugh. Snooze fest. Right. Real moments.
Real moment.
Real emotions.
That's what makes it special.
Make it special, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got the story.
Okay, so we've got our story.
Then you got to bring it home with some killer promises.
Okay, killer promises.
But not the I'll always love you crap.
Oh, God.
Make them unique, make them meaningful, make them yours.
Like, I promised to let them steal my fries.
I mean, that's a good start.
Okay.
But seriously, think about what you truly cherish about your relationship. What makes it special?
Okay.
Do you have inside jokes? Do you have weird little quirks?
Uh-huh.
Those are gold. I mean, Engaged AF had this really great example.
Okay.
They said instead of, I promise to always be there for you, try something like, I promise to always stand by your side, whether we're celebrating wins or dealing with burnt dinner disasters.
Okay, see, now that's funny.
Right.
And it's real, and it says way more about your dynamic as a couple.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which brings us to another big one. Voice. Oh my God, yes.
It's got to sound like you. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. No one wants to hear, like, sappy poetry if that's not your vibe.
If that's not your vibe. Exactly.
Right. Like, if you're sarcastic AF in real life,
Uh-huh.
let that shine through.
Mm-hmm.
Embrace who you are as a couple.
Yes.
Engaged AF, like this hilarious example.
Yeah.
It was, I vow to always pretend to be impressed by your random trivia facts, even when I know you're making half of them up.
Oh my God, I love that.
Right.
I love it.
It's so playful and relatable.
Playful and relatable, yeah, and it tells a whole story.
Right. It shows you that you don't have to be all serious and mushy
Yeah.
to express your love.
Yeah.
It's about finding the humor, the honesty,
The realness.
the realness in your connection.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about ditching cliches, using storytelling, and finding your voice.
Yes, we've covered a lot.
Right.
This is great stuff.
Yes.
But how long should this stuff actually be?
Listen, no one wants to sit through a novel at the altar. Oh my God, can you imagine?
Engaged AF suggests keeping vows to around 1 to 2 minutes max.
Okay.
And for love letters,
Yeah.
about a page.
Okay, so, like, keep it short, keep it sweet,
Yeah, short, sweet.
to the point.
Yeah, let the emotions speak for themselves.
Okay.
Total mood killer.
Okay, before we wrap up part 1,
Yeah.
I gotta ask about this.
What's that?
Engaged AF suggests using ChatGPT
Oh, Lord.
for vows.
Really?
What do you think about that?
Oh, whoa.
I'm curious.
Hold up.
Okay, so they have a couple of examples.
Okay.
The first one says, "From the moment we met, you have been my greatest adventure. You are the fire that keeps me warm and the storm that keeps me on my toes."
Okay. I mean, it's not terrible.
Uh-huh.
It's got some decent imagery.
Yeah, it's very generic.
But it's so generic.
Very generic.
He could literally apply to any couple.
It could apply to any couple, right?
Like, what specific adventure have they been on together?
Right. Like, what's the storm? What's the storm that keeps them on their toes?
Exactly.
We need details. We
Yeah.
need specifics.
Okay, what about the second example?
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so the second example says, "You are my favorite story, the one I never want to stop writing." That one's kind of sweet.
Okay, I'll give you that. It's romantic. But again,
Wait.
JF,
Yeah,
what makes their love story so unique? What are the chapters that make up their book?
you're right. You're right.
Right.
It needs that personal.
It's missing that depth,
Yeah.
that personal touch that makes it truly special.
So maybe ChatGPT can be like a jumping off point,
Yeah, like a blank canvas.
but it definitely needs some work.
You got to add your own colors, your own brush strokes, your own goddamn soul to make it a masterpiece.
I love that analogy.
Right.
Okay, so we're not completely ruling it out,
We're not ruling it out.
but we are using it with caution.
Using with caution.
Yeah, it's a tool, not a crutch.
Exactly. And it all comes back to authenticity.
Authenticity.
Forget trying to sound like some poet or a rom-com character.
Yes.
Just be yourselves.
Boom. Being real and raw
Much sexier
is way sexier than any cheesy line you can find
than any cheesy line you can find on the internet.
on the internet. Yeah.
Preach. Now, we'll take a break, and when we get back, we'll dive deeper into how to make those vows and love letters truly unforgettable.
Okay, so we just ripped apart some generic-ass ChatGPT vows.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we can all agree that while AI can be a fun tool,
Yeah, for sure.
it's not going to write your love story for you.
Definitely not.
So let's play a game, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to throw out another cliche vow line.
Uh-huh.
And you, my friend,
Yep.
are going to help me transform it into something
I'm ready.
badass and authentic.
Hit me.
Okay.
I'm ready to obliterate some cheesy vows.
All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
I vowed to be your biggest cheerleader, your shoulder to cry on, and your partner in crime.
That's like the holy trinity of vow cliches.
It's so bad.
Okay, biggest cheerleader. Come on.
It's terrible.
Please.
Yeah.
So bad.
Instead of that weak sauce, tell them what you specifically cheer them on for.
Yeah.
Is it their killer art skills?
Yeah.
Their passion for saving the planet?
Okay.
Tell them. Like, I vow to always be front row at your open mic nights, even when you're trying out that new death metal sound.
Okay. Yeah.
Or, I vow to march with you for every cause you believe in, even if it means getting arrested together. See? Way more powerful.
Powerful.
And specific.
And specific, yeah.
Right. So instead of saying, like,
Yeah.
shoulder to cry on,
Oh,
which,
good.
again, yeah,
Generic.
so generic. So look, everyone cries sometimes.
Right.
But it's how you support each other through the tears that matters.
Yeah.
Do you have a secret handshake that always makes them laugh?
Mm-hmm.
Do you binge watch their favorite trashy reality show when they're feeling down?
Yeah.
Tell them that.
Like, I vow to always be your safe space, even if that means wearing matching unicorn onesies and eating an entire pizza while watching Real Housewives.
I love that.
Right.
That is hilarious.
It's funny, and it's like,
And it's actually, like, really sweet.
it's really sweet.
Yeah.
It's not just about being there for the big dramatic moments, but the everyday messy stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And partner in crime.
Huh.
Barf. That phrase needs to die a fiery death.
Yeah.
Instead, talk about the crazy adventures you've already had together.
Okay.
Did you backpack through Southeast Asia on a whim?
Uh-huh.
Did you start a business together in your pajamas?
Yeah.
Tell them that I vow to be your co-pilot on every spontaneous road trip, even if we end up sleeping in the car and eating gas station ramen.
Yeah.
That's way more badass than partner in
Crime
crime.
work badass.
Don't you think?
I agree.
Okay, good.
Okay, so we've talked about vows,
Vows, yes.
but what about love letters?
Ooh, love letter.
Engaged AF mentioned writing one before the wedding,
Oh, yeah.
and I think that's a killer idea.
Totally. It's like a secret weapon for setting the mood
Right.
and expressing all those like deep, mushy feelings that you might not want to like shout from the rooftops
Yeah.
during the ceremony.
And it's something that they can keep forever.
Exactly.
Like a tangible reminder of your love.
100%. And plus, let's be real.
Uh-huh.
Writing a love letter can be a great way to like calm those pre-wedding jitters.
It can.
There, it's like a love letter to your future selves. You know, you can reread it on your anniversary and remember all the reasons why you said hell yes to forever.
I love that.
Right.
Love letter before the wedding.
Check.
So besides ditching cliches, telling your story, and finding your voice,
Yeah.
what other gems does Engaged AF have for us?
Okay, well, they also talk about the importance of being present
Being present.
in the moment.
Okay.
Like both when you're writing and delivering your vows or love letter.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Like you could have the most epic words on paper,
Uh-huh.
but if you're not feeling it in your soul, it's not going to land.
It's not going to land.
Exactly.
Well.
So put your phone away, shut off the Netflix, and create a space where you can really connect with your emotions.
Light some candles.
Yes.
Pour yourself a glass of wine, put on some mood music.
Mood music.
Whatever sets the vibe for you.
Yeah, set the vibe.
Okay.
And when you're actually delivering your vows,
Yeah.
look into your partner's eyes, speak from the heart, and let the emotions flow.
Yeah. It's about being vulnerable
Vulnerable.
and real, you know?
Real.
Letting them see into your soul.
Yes. And remember,
Yeah.
it's okay to get choked up, to laugh, to cry, even to like stumble over your words,
Yeah.
you know, those imperfections
Well,
are what make it real, what make it yours.
preach. It's not about being perfect.
It's about being authentic.
It's about being authentic.
100%.
Yeah.
Now, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, let's talk about what to do if you're sitting there thinking, I suck at writing.
I suck at writing, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. The dreaded writer's block.
writer's block. Yeah.
Don't worry, Engaged AF has some tips for that too.
They do.
Okay, fear. First up, brainstorming.
Brainstorming.
So grab a pen and paper
Uh-huh.
or open up a doc on your laptop
Okay.
and just start writing down everything that comes to mind when you think about your partner and your relationship,
Like a brain dump.
like a brain dump of all the lovey-dovey mush.
Okay.
Exactly. Don't overthink it, just let it flow.
Let it flow.
Right, you can always go back and edit later,
Right.
but the important thing is to get those thoughts and feelings out of your head
Okay, yeah.
and onto the page.
Makes sense.
It's like clearing out the mental clutter
Yeah.
to make space for the good stuff.
What else?
What else? Engage AF also suggests trying different writing prompts.
Oh, writing a prompt.
Okay.
Like, what's your favorite memory together? Or what do you admire most about your partner? Or, you know, what are you most excited about for your future together?
Oh, I like those.
Right.
Those are good.
And sometimes just having a specific question to focus on
Yeah.
can help jumpstart your creativity.
Okay, yeah, it's like giving your brain a little nudge
A little nudge
in the right direction.
in the right direction. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm feeling way less intimidated now.
Me too. And remember, even if you're not like Shakespeare,
Uh-huh.
you can still write something beautiful and meaningful.
Yeah.
Just be yourself, speak from the heart,
Yes.
and don't be afraid to get a little help from ChatGPT if you need it.
if you need it.
Okay.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
We've talked about ditching cliches, telling your story, finding your voice, being present, and even overcoming writer's block.
That's a lot.
Before we move on to the final part of our deep dive,
Yes.
I want to leave our listeners with a little challenge.
Ooh, I love a good challenge.
Okay,
Hit us with it.
think about all the things you wish someone had told you
Okay.
about writing love letters and vows.
Hmm.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
I think I would tell my younger self to relax,
Okay.
to not take it so seriously,
Uh-huh.
and to just like have fun with it.
Yeah.
It's not about being perfect. It's about expressing your love in a way that feels authentic to you.
Love that. Embrace the messiness, the imperfections,
The realness.
the realness of it all.
Yes.
Okay, we'll be right back with the final part of our deep dive after a quick word from our sponsors. Okay, we're back for the final part of our deep dive into badass love letters and vows.
Ooh, I love it. Final act. Here we go.
We're ready to drop some more truth bombs.
Always. All right. So we've covered a lot of ground.
Yo, yeah.
Ditching cliches, embracing your voice, brainstorming your heart out.
Uh-huh.
But there's like one more piece of this puzzle we haven't talked about yet.
Okay, what's that?
The
Okay, so you mean like how you actually say the damn thing?
Exactly.
Because you could have like the most amazing words on paper,
Yes.
but if you're mumbling through them like a scared kitten,
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to have the same effect.
It's going to lose its power.
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
Confidence is key here.
Okay, confidence.
Stand tall, look your partner in the eye, and project your voice.
Okay.
Like you're declaring your love, baby.
You're declaring your love.
Own it.
It's like you're on a stage,
Yes.
sharing your love story with the world.
And don't forget to breathe.
Breathe. Yeah, that's a good one.
It sounds simple,
Yeah.
but when those nerves hit,
Mm-hmm.
it's easy to forget to breathe properly.
I was so nervous at my wedding, I forgot to breathe.
Right.
Oh my God.
Take a few deep breaths before you start. Pace yourself.
Yeah, those are good tips.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
so we've talked about sounding confident,
Yeah.
but who are we really writing these vows for, or the love letters for?
Yeah, at the end of the day,
At the end of the day,
it's for your partner, right?
partner.
It's about sharing your heart with the person you love, not putting on a show for your guests.
Exactly. It's not about, trying to impress anybody
It's not about winning an
or
award
winning an award.
for your writing.
Right.
It's about expressing your love in a way that feels true to you.
To you as a couple.
As a couple, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, screw what anyone else thinks.
Screw what anyone else thinks.
If you want to write something goofy and lighthearted, go for it.
Go for it.
If you want to pour your soul out in a tearjerker love letter, do it.
Do it.
Like, it's your love story.
Your love story. Yeah.
Your rules.
Your rules, period.
Exactly. And this all comes back to, like, our golden rule.
Sorry.
Authenticity over everything.
Authenticity over everything. Yes.
Live yourselves.
Be yourselves.
Embrace your quirks.
Embrace your quirks.
And speak from the heart.
Speak from the heart. Okay, before we sign off,
Yes.
what's one last piece of advice
Ooh, last piece of advice.
you want to leave our listeners with?
Don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it.
Seriously, just write what feels true to you.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be perfect. It
That's
just
it.
has to be real.
And I'll add to that, have fun with it.
Yes.
Writing love letters and vows should be like a joyful experience.
Oh, sure.
A celebration of your love. So relax.
Relax.
Let your creativity flow.
Have fun.
And enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride.
All right, that's a wrap on this deep dive
Yes.
into badass love letters and vows.
Woo.
We hope you're feeling inspired
Inspired.
and ready to write something epic.
Epic.
Until next time, stay true to yourselves and keep those love flames burning bright.
That was our show.
Our life is dope and we do dope
The
shit.
Engaged as Fuck podcast. The song is over.
Buckle up, buttercup.
Hope you liked it. Hope you liked The Engaged as Fuck podcast.